A mother has turned to the WAFBI team after she says her son was neglected in parish prison, eventually taking his own life.
As lead investigator Scotty Hunter reports, the mom believes her son should have never been behind bars to begin with.
Kimberly Cage says her son, Kadarius Cage, should still be here. Back in May last year, he was fighting through a schizophrenic episode when she says he attacked his stepfather with a knife during a round of hallucinations.
I went to the hospital with my husband, and then when I came back, the sheriff's office was already arresting him, and I never got to see him. I never got to talk to him no more.
Just knowing that that was the last time that you saw him, was there anything, I guess, that you would have wished you could have said to him or told him in that moment?
In all honesty, I wish that I could have stayed with him. Stay with him. And then I think that it would have been better if I was able to stay with him.
His stepfather survived, but Cage was arrested and taken to parish prison. In this lengthy federal lawsuit, the mother alleges her son should have never been in the prison in the first place. While there, the suit claims he was held without access to his 5 different medications and that he was not allowed to contact his family. After 12 days, Kadarius took his own life, hanging himself in his cell. His mother says she can't help but think about how her son suffered in his final moments.
I know my son, and I know he was asking for help. So me as a mother, I suffer and I grieve.
Cage says her son had several encounters with sheriff's deputies in the past prior to this incident, and that many of them knew he should have been placed at a mental health facility, not a prison cell. She says her son's mental state was evident right from the moment the deputies took him into custody.
They dropped the ball on my baby.
Attorney Joseph Long filed this civil lawsuit in federal court seeking damages. He says the death of Kadarius Cage, while tragic, is also far too common. Since 2012, Long says there have been about 60 deaths at the prison. Of those, 9 have died by suicide, 8 of them by hanging. He believes those numbers point to a much larger issue.
He is not the first person to hang himself in these conditions. We have a crisis at the jail. The mental health component of the jail is non-existent.
While places like the Bridge Center for Hope have opened as an option for those facing a mental health crisis, Linda Franks with the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison Reform Coalition says the Bridge Center only has about 16 beds, which just does not cut it for the surge in mental health needs in our area.
I think that was a good faith move in a direction that I think needs to be further explored and expanded.
As for the prison itself, Franks believes the community can no longer turn a blind eye to what she says are injustices and the lack of resources at that facility.
There's a culture of looking the other way. There was a culture of not adhering to policies that required scheduled mandatory monitoring. And so this is not something that's a one-off. This is, I would say, something that's quite par for the course for this facility.
Cage says she is coming forward not just for her son, but to make sure no one else has to suffer like he did.
They dropped the ball on my son, but I'm not going to let them drop the ball on somebody else's son.
Now, we did reach out to the sheriff's office about the allegations in that lawsuit, but a spokesperson referred us to the parish attorney's office, and that office said they will not comment on an active lawsuit. Guys?
Scotty, thank you.